Good morning, everybody. Happy new week. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I am fresh off from the 24th Ultimate 48-Hour Warfare Retreat, and my voice is a sign of that. As always, I lose it, and our phone hasn't been put on silent here. Naughty Viv. Voice is a little bit croaky from a lot of singing and dancing and screaming and celebrating. Good morning, Adair, Tony, Amanda, Sabina, Joe. I hope you guys are actually have recovered, or you're probably watching this from the comfort of your bed or something like that. All right, you guys, let me just do my shares that I need to do here on my end. And then we're going to get started with this topic. Success requires obsession. All right, how obsessed are you around what you do and how you do it? Pink wigs, yes, pink. It was the 80s at retreat this weekend. So it was so much fun, our party night, so much dancing, and of course some more singing the next day. So I often have this voice on the Monday, and I'm hoping that'll be gone by tomorrow, because I got to present 3 half-day workshops in Canberra, Sydney and Newcastle this week. So it's all starting on tomorrow. We're getting on a flight at 3 o'clock today to fly across Canberra. I believe I have done my shares. All right, good morning. I'm obsessed. Hi, Sharon. Great to see you as well. I bet there was a lot of singing and dancing. Yes, Tony, there was a lot of singing and dancing. So I thought, what am I going to talk about today? My brain's a fuzz. I actually did get up. I did my PT at 7:15 this morning, because I thought the one thing to generate more energy is to just get up and, move your body, get the blood flowing again. So there's no switch off right now. That's it. We've got to get on the road, do these next 3 events, and we can have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Viv came in. She goes, I go, have you recovered? She goes, oh, yeah, I'm fine. So she's gone downstairs to print all the lists and everything. So we're kind of in a repack mode. And then getting dropped off at the airport. So I want to talk about this topic. It's from my list of, here's Stuart.
We need paper.
What do you need paper for?
For printing. For
I gave you paper.
Oh, she says she doesn't have any.
The good quality paper. Get it? No, guys,
quality.
there's good quality paper and crappy paper.
She doesn't know where it is. Where?
But I gave it in the pile of everything she took
Okay,
down.
I'll let her know
Yeah.
it's there. Hey, file.
Seriously interrupting my life. They need paper. They need to repack. They're doing stuff while I'm doing this for you guys. So anyway, that's a little bit of behind the scenes of what goes on at the house. My mum's actually currently over, and she's looking after Zara. The other kids got dropped off at school, and she's going to drop us off at the airport. And I think I'll give Viv half the day off. All right, so I think, we're still not even 9 a.m. But yeah, as I said, I picked out one of my topics that I brainstormed last year, because sometimes when my brain's a fuzz, I need some help to not have to think about a topic. So this one came off straight off my list here of my 26-30 topics that I wanted to talk about, or how I have come to understand over the last 9 years being in business. And good morning, Lillian. Safe flight back to the US this morning, tonight actually. I hope you get to see a real life kangaroo. Lillian came in from Arizona, you guys, to be at the retreat. And it was a wonderful addition to the awesome group who had there. All right, so I've got 10 things here to talk about obsession, and how obsessed are you in the area that you want to achieve success. So remember, this is obviously is transferable. Take my teeth out. This is a transferable topic, whether we're talking about health, business, relationships, whatever area you want to succeed in, right? Of course, they're related mostly to business, because that's what we tend to talk about here a lot of the time, and then related back to any other area that you want to be successful in. So let's start with our list of why success requires obsession. And now they're printing on this printer here. Sorry, guys. Viv is only 1 month in. I'm just turning off this printer. Right in the middle of my life, they're making noise. They're walking into my office and everything. I'm trying to switch this off. Hang on a second. I'm just going to yell at them now. I'm going to yell at them. You guys are printing on my printer. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. All right, I killed the printer. Yeah. Something's going on. All right, everything's shutting down. All right, number one, obsession makes you consistent. Okay, so when you're obsessed with something, it makes you consistent. So you're thinking about it all the time. You want to do it all the time. You get up, you get on with what you need to do, and you just have to repetitively do it because you're so obsessed about it. You can't stop thinking about it. So I got home last night after a heavy, full-on 48 hours, biggest retreat ever. All I wanted to do is just fall asleep, but nah, because I go, okay, I'm obsessed about my business. I love what I do. I want to make sure that I close this retreat up. So I literally said, okay, well, I can meet myself halfway. I can go to bed with my laptop, and I can do an hour of replying on emails, doing my post-retreat emails, download the photos in Dropbox, set up any payment forms, process any payments, but I'm resting while I'm doing this. So success makes you consistent. So same thing when I go on the road, we're doing these 3 events in 3 days. I want to close every event by the time I go to bed. So I stay up. You just stay up and you remain, and you have that consistency muscle really develop, and obsession does exactly that because you just can't stop thinking about it. You want to do it. Of course, you can switch off from it, but on some level, it's what's going to keep you taking the next step and continuing to turn up. All right, next one, number 2, is you don't count the hours when you're obsessed. Okay, you don't count the hours that it takes you to do something when you're obsessed. So example is people get into business, and sometimes if things are not working out, they might feel, oh, this is not for me, or why did I leave my secure employment? I left a 40 hours a week job, now I'm doing 80 hours a week and all that kind of stuff, and it can feel like that, yeah. And because thank goodness we don't feel and we don't count the hours. I know, right, Amy? Literally 12, 15-hour days. But when you're obsessed, you just don't think, what? Am I starting here? Am I stopping here? Where is the start or a finish point there? And that's because you just love it. You just love it, and it doesn't take effort and doesn't feel like work. So you need to find what that is for you. Now, let me give you a little bit of a disclaimer here that in the early days, it's so heavy in hours, even probably more so, so lack of balance in the early days that you might hit those points. Maybe this is not my passion. Maybe this is not what I'm meant to be doing. And a lot of people can give up before that turning point of it starting to, end up being a win-win in your life. The effort equates the success that you're getting in that area, whether it's personal success, health success, business success, financial success, all that kind of stuff. But all that hard work building the foundations underneath, you're pushing. Yes, you're doing your 80, 90-hour weeks, but you can't see that it's any better than what you were used to prior to that. So but trust me, once you hit that tipping point, when it starts to become fun, and you do feel comfortable doing what you're doing, and you're enjoying it, and now you can tweak it and adjust it and make it better. It's becomes a game. And how long do people love to play games for? I mean, just think of teenage boys, or if any boys. I think when they get on a game and they play all hours, they lose all sense of what is going on around them, right? And you stop playing, you don't do anything else in your life, right? Are they an expert in their game, the game that they're playing? Yeah, bloody hell, you cannot beat them. And that's the same thing, when your business becomes like a game and you become so obsessed. And like Amy and I just said, you know, you don't, thank God you don't count the hours. They're just a fly by. You can fly by, boom, 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 boom. But that also is a signal that you will reach expertise because you're putting the extra, but it doesn't feel like you're doing it, right? Because you're so immersed, you're in trance. You're in trance with what you do and how you do it, and then you're getting better at it. So it can become, so even like if we think about when we have started to learn, let's talk games since we got on the game metaphor. You get a game, and maybe it's the first time you've played it, and then the first few goes you have, they're like, well, like, you know, I don't know this. It's a shit game. Usually that's my response. You know, I can't be bothered learning this. But if you just stick with it a little bit, you start to have a few little wins along the way. Not perfect, not like absolutely perfect, but you start to have a few little wins, and then you start to get a bit excited. Oh, maybe I can be a little bit better at this, and then you try again, and then you find yourself, you're probably just playing it all the time if it's something that you really, really like and you get obsessed about. And then that's what happens as a result also in our lives. So that's another point that I wanted to cover off. Let's go to number 3, and that obsession is pleasurable, right? So it leads from the other one. Number 3 point is why success requires obsession. Well, when you find the thing that you're obsessed with, it is actually really pleasurable. You wouldn't do it. So some people might be obsessed with in areas that are not serving them, or they're not resourceful. So by the way, obsession can be obviously resourceful and unresourceful. But in this case, we're talking about a resourceful type of obsession. So it can become it is pleasurable. Maybe in the beginning it might not seem like it, and it's not an obsession as yet. So when you start doing something, or you're tweaking and shifting and changing and adjusting and all that, it may not be as pleasurable, but you can achieve a point where it just becomes, you know, it's almost like a drug. What do you think? Like going to these retreats, you know, it takes a lot of work to fill them, to find the people, to discover them, to do all the travel and all that kind of stuff. But when I'm there 4 times a year, it's just like, it's like a drug. It's like, oh, when is the next one? I want to get to the next one. I want to do the next one. So you go and do the hard work just to do those 4 specific events in the year of what we do anyway. So so it is pleasurable, and it is a thing that you want to keep on doing, and therefore it'll keep I guess the ball will keep rolling to keep your business sustainable, and for your success to keep exponentially growing. All right. So if you're number 4, if obsessed by something, you go deep to learn more and perfect your experience of it. If you're obsessed about something, you go deep to learn more and to actually perfect your experience of it. Okay, so when we absolutely love, I'll give you the example of me 15, 20 years ago, I think it was. I love AFL football. Okay, I don't know, I haven't talked a lot about my obsession with AFL. Okay, so I'm not currently, I'm obviously obsessed with my business right now. You cannot have too many obsessions in life, otherwise there's no time, right? Because when you're obsessed with something, it kind of consumes, I would say, 80% of your time. But when I was like 15, 16, I was obsessed with AFL. I went to my first footy match, and then after that, I went to a few more. Then I became an AFL member, and I'd go even to the games by myself because I didn't have a buddy to come to the footy with me. So I'd just rock up at the MCG, watch the football game, whatever, I'd bring myself home. And I just knew everything, not just about my team, but I knew everything about every other team. I bought even that AFL statistics book that was this thick, and I used to read through it and want to understand what happened and what did this team do and who has the most premierships. I mean, you probably see there, oh my God, Nat. I even had a boyfriend who dumped me because I talked too much AFL back then, right? So I was so obsessed, and then I learned it. So this point is saying that if you're obsessed about something, you go so deep into it and you want to perfect your knowledge about it, and you want to even become better and better and know even more and more about it. So so you don't, like, you know, you use all your spare time to learn it, to watch stuff. You know, if you're at the start of the business, your business, you might love all the personal development stuff. You might be going to lots of seminars and trying to understand yourself better and all that kind of stuff. But keep that going, because this is how you ultimately, your obsession ends up making you an expert in a particular area. So obsession, if you're obsessed by something, you will go and want to deeply learn more about that and then perfect your experience of it. So whatever that is, and if it is something that if you feel like you're trying to get some pushing what is it like, you have resistance in the thing that you want to be successful with, maybe stop and ask yourself the question, on a scale from 1 to 10, how obsessed am I about the thing that I'm trying to get better at? Is it because other people are telling me I should be doing this? Is it because I think I'm watching others and I'm wanting to be like them, but I'm not really truly authentic to me? And maybe this is not the thing. Like, I've had people say, nah, I could never live your life. I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't, just be on all the time. But you don't know. You're not in my life, and you're not choosing what I choose, right? So what do you choose? Because the thing that you choose, that's the thing that you need to go deep with and be obsessed with. All right, number 5, obsession creates laser sharp focus. Okay, obsession creates laser sharp focus. So when you are, as I said, you go into trance of the thing that you're doing, and you're just on. You're clear. You know what the next step is. Even though it makes you tired, it's a happy tired. It's not a I just wish I had some free time. Yes, I'd like to have maybe half a day's rest after my retreat. But the thing is, this is how I've scheduled my year, so I'm going to own it. I'm going to do the things that I need to do and get on with it this week. And I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. Yes, I'm going to come home tired on Thursday night, and then I'm going to have 3 days off. So I know where everything is planned out, but I still will stay so sharply focused, get on top of all my emails, talk to all the people I need to do, promise to send everything that I need to send, because I know everything will culminate to me then having those 4 yearly experiences of really helping and transforming people's lives. My goal is to get to someone to say, Nat, you have changed my life. Okay, I have had a massive transformation at a personal level, a healing experience, or my business has gone through the roof. Okay, and that is what I go for. When I achieve that, the money takes care of itself. Okay, but to get to that, there is a sequence of steps that need to be executed, and this is where you need your focus, because it's not just a one thing. There's so many intricate details that go deep to make that final outcome a reality. So laser sharp focus is what you get as a result of being obsessed about something. All right, so number 6, obsession gives birth to creativity. Okay, obsession gives birth to creativity. So what does that mean? Well, when you're obsessed about something, you just sort of, how can I do this better? What can I do here? How can I adjust it? Can I change it completely? Could we start doing something different? Could we bring this into it, right? We're always thinking of even making the retreats better and better, and better, our authors more prepared, getting more creative about what we're doing with the books, the covers and all that kind of stuff, getting creative about the business model. Obviously this year, in the last 6 months, we have gone from outsourcing our publishing to having it in-house. So developing a whole other business model within what we do to be able to service our clients better, and to also have a highly leverageable business at the end of the day. So obsession gives birth to creativity. So when you just want to keep finding more and better ways of doing stuff. So think about that one. Okay. Number 7, obsession demonstrates passion and enthusiasm. Okay, so when someone is obsessed about something, and when I'm saying obsessed, you guys, let's just talk about the fact that passion. You could call it passionate, but I call it obsession because it's kind of like a thing that just keeps burning underneath and you can't stop thinking about it, and it's like, as I said, like almost like a drug. So it demonstrates passion, enthusiasm. So when you think about the thing that you're obsessed about or you want to succeed in, how much energy and enthusiasm are you projecting out there when you speak about it? Yeah, I have been told so many times over and over and over and over and again, it's just like, how do you bottle up this energy and enthusiasm and passion about what you do? Like when you talk about it, I just want to do it because you're so passionate about it. Some people have said, Nat, I just want to do your thing because you just think it's the best thing in the world, right? And I go, yeah, I do think it's the best thing in the world, and that's what I want to portray, because people buy what we value and believe, right? And if they can buy into that, then they can achieve similar results, right? So remember that you will demonstrate. And if you're not demonstrating it, maybe, again, you're not on the right track. So tell me, guys, we're halfway through. Halfway through our time together. Well, did I say something so far that has really, hit the nail for you? What's your aha? What's your learning? Post it up, or if you're watching this recording later, also let me know what you may have, kind of picked up from what I'm saying. All right, let's go. Number 8, passion and enthusiasm sell. Okay, so this leads in from the one before. So when you are demonstrating energy, passion, and enthusiasm around the thing that you're obsessed with, and in this case, we are talking about, potentially your business or the thing that you are promoting or selling, that sells. I don't know about you, but if I'm speaking to a person who loves their product, loves their service, speaks about it, like it's the best thing since sliced bread. I want to get in on that. I want to buy it. I want to feel, even if it's a piece of clothing or whatever it is, when I'm talking to salespeople like that, I'm like, okay, they're making me excited. I want to, get that feeling. So passion and enthusiasm sell. And remember that. So how do you bring it? You don't have to be bubbly. You don't have to be a certain type of personality to be able to portray passion, energy, and enthusiasm. You can do it in your own flavor, but it needs to come out in some way. And the best way to know if you've got that is just to seek feedback. And perhaps if you're not progressing or selling the thing that you're selling, maybe you're missing the mark where you're at, or how you're communicating what you're communicating. All right, number 9, obsession displays unwavering belief in what you're obsessed with. No one can tell you otherwise, okay? So unwavering belief that that the thing that you're obsessed with is that it's just the best thing. No one can tell you otherwise, and you're so, you've got you're open to learning more about the thing that you're obsessed about, but you also have this sharp focus to just keep going and keep doing more of it and adjusting as you go along and figuring out, how you can get it better. So, that belief that whatever you do, whatever product or service that you have or sell, that is the best thing, and that should be the number one choice for people. If you don't believe you're number one in what you do, then you are not going to get or grow your business to a point where, you've always dreamed of. So you need to believe that you should be the number one choice for people in whatever that you are selling or servicing. All right. So last of all, a lot of you ask me this question, Nat, where do you get all your energy? Like, I just see you go here, there, everywhere and all that. And that's number 10. Obsession gives you energy, okay? It gives you energy that you never thought you had before. I don't know where it comes from. Of course, you need to manage your energy levels if you're doing things like I do. I've talked many times about eating the right stuff, exercising, keeping fit and healthy and all that sort of stuff. But it gives you energy because you just want to get up and you just figure it out how you can get more of it, because you need to get more of the good drug that it is, the thing that you're obsessed with, that is obviously resourceful and not unresourceful. So as we said today, you can have resourceful and unresourceful obsession in your lives. But in this case, we're talking about success. We're talking about things that you want to be better at, or find that drive. I guess another one we can say, it gives you drive. It makes you jump out of bed and want to do it over and over and over again. So let's do a quick recap on the 10, because in case some people have joined this later, these are our top 10 success requires obsession points that I wanted to make today, and for you to just take a stock of where you're at and what you're doing and how you're doing it, and how you perhaps maybe how to describe the feeling of what is happening around you. And I'm purely going from personal experience of how I'm living my life, growing my business, running my business, and the questions that I get asked from people all the time. So let's go. Number 1 was obsession makes you consistent. Number 2, you don't count hours when obsessed. Okay, you don't count the hours. Number 3, obsession is pleasurable, right? You wouldn't do something unless it was pleasurable or for a positive gain. Number 4 was, if obsessed by something, you go deep to learn more and perfect your experience of it. Number 5, obsession creates laser sharp focus. Number 6, obsession gives birth to creativity, and just keep improving on that particular area. Number 7, obsession demonstrates passion and enthusiasm. Number 8, passion and enthusiasm sell. And number 9, obsession displays unwavering belief in what you're obsessed with, so no one can tell you otherwise. And number 10 is obsession gives you energy. So there you go, guys. I hope all of this has had some kind of an insight or an aha moment for you this morning, Monday morning. I can't believe we're still just in February. I feel like I've done a hell of a lot of work the last 3 or 4 weeks, and almost ready for a holiday, but I've got my most intense period coming up. We're off to Canberra, Sydney, Newcastle this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are our events there. Next week, we're off to Tassie. We're doing Hobart and Launceston, and then we have our big group book launch in Richmond. So if you are in Melbourne, get your butt across. Come and hang out with 13 awesome authors that are going to be launching their books at the Sporting Globe in Richmond. I'll post the link for those. And of course, after that, I'm off to Queensland for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This is my big stint away from the kids. We're off to do Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Cairns, Mackay, and yes, and a social media masterclass in amongst all of that, with a couple of mini holidays with my sis Francesca and with my hubby Stuart on the weekends over there. All right, guys, that's it. I've had enough. I'm going. I'm going to go do my live in my secret group, and you have a wonderful week. Smash out whatever you're doing. Focus. Make your obsession your purpose, your passion. And then once you have a good hold of one, start being obsessed with something else, so you can get a great balance all around your life. So have a wonderful week. Let me know if you have any questions. Post them down the comments, and I'll always check and reply to everybody. Boom. See you later, guys. Bye.